Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Razor. It's been a while. I have been on a hiatus of doing live shows because guess what? I didn't want to do them. Actually, the real reason is Luke Hardiman's been away from Facebook because he moved, and I only do live streams when he's available because he's the only person that watches my stuff. Tonight, I have, we're going to talk about some comics. We're going to talk about WandaVision a little bit as the final episode is coming up on Friday. Used to be able to stay up till 2 a.m. to watch them. I can't do that anymore. I'm too old. But today I've got Jay Sloan with me. There he is.
Hello, I'm a Sokovian fortune teller.
Yeah, that's the picture. I gotta be honest, man. She looks so hot in that costume. Like I always thought Scarlet Witch's costume was dumb, and
I know,
I
and
see a little
yeah,
bit older, and I'm like, holy
and
crap.
and for the longest time, it's like, man, if they made their outfits look just like they do in the comic books, it just won't work on screen. And then
Yeah.
you see this, and you're like, damn, that works.
Well, I dig what she wears in the MCU movies and stuff, like the leather
Yeah, yeah,
jacket.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I think
yeah. I
that's
mean,
cool and everything, but I really it was really fun seeing this, and then Vision's outfit at one point was really cool to see.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
There he is.
this was a fun nod. Hey, um, if they would show her wearing this as she's going into battle, it probably wouldn't work. But for what they did as the Halloween episode, yeah, she looked good in it.
I think there's a way to make a costume like this. Like we're going to talk about some. I don't know if it's spoilery at this point because it's been a week and most people who watch the show are caught up. But in the last episode of WandaVision, spoiler alert, they showed Agatha or Agnes as the origin story for the kind of, and you saw her mom. She had the crown forming, and it kind of
Yeah,
reminded me of the headpiece that uh, Scarlet Witch wears, Wanda.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm like, I wonder if that's maybe it'll form through magic or something like that when she goes in the battle from now on. I think that'd be pretty cool. Hey, Alex, how you doing, my friend, my brother?
Hey,
I'm
Alex,
doing
what's up,
good.
man?
We just finished a stream for Dragonfly and Unparalleled Comics. Go back, Dragonfly, if you haven't already. About 13 hours left before it is all over. And anyway, so yeah, how's the hype train going for you with WandaVision?
Um, I'm hyped. I'm
Yeah,
into it, man. I'm obsessed with this show right now,
I
and
didn't think I'd be as obsessed.
yeah, I mean, I liked it right off the bat, and I think at first for me, it was a lot of nostalgia. I grew up watching a lot of these shows that they're doing homages to on reruns
Mhm.
growing up, and it also for me it was really cool to see uh, Paul Bettany and Lizzie uh, do do this acting outside of what you would normally see him do in the MCU movies. Seeing getting a better idea of their full range of their acting range, and um, so I really enjoyed that. And then uh, after watching, they dropped the first two episodes on the same night. After watching those a couple extra times and then getting that third one,
Mhm.
it started figuring. I'm like, okay, there's a lot more underlying things here. There's some clues and some breadcrumbs that Feige's putting down.
Hello.
And you know, I I like puzzle solving. So like mysteries and puzzle solving. So when they lay out these stories where it's just little bits of information and you got to try to put the pieces together yourself, that is addicting to me. And
Yeah.
then especially once that fourth episode dropped and we got to see things from outside the bubble and that perspective and get a little bit more insight into what was really going on, then I was really hooked.
The best part about that episode was seeing the like immediate after the Tony Stark snap.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
everybody come back. I thought that was great. What's up? There's Blade Brown himself.
Hey, what's up, man?
By the way, Rock of Ages, the Phantom Stranger. If you're eternal, I'd be eternally grateful if you subscribe to the channel. But yeah, I'm loving the show. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do. Dare I say, I prefer it to The Mandalorian.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. It's really good. I mean, this is the first time that we talked about it earlier, or way before that Marvel's really kind of stepping outside the box and not kind of playing it safe as they do. I think that all their movies have similar formulas and they kind of play it safe. This time they did not at all, and it's paying off. I mean, I'm liking everything about this show. All the characters, seeing Darcy come back, who I liked. There's a lot of people who didn't like her apparently. I really like her in the Thor movies.
I'm one of those that didn't like her.
I'm just attracted to Kat Dennings. So
she doesn't bother me in this show. I like her.
Thank you, dude.
I like her more than I did. Yeah, and maybe because I seen maybe the what's that sitcom she does, Two Broke Girls.
Mm-hmm. I never watched that.
There's something that just like really annoyed me about that. But anyways, you know me. I don't like to dwell on negatives. She doesn't bother me in the show.
I like her in the show. I have not watched the Superman and Lois show yet. I still intend on doing that.
Haven't watched it yet.
You need to watch it, bro. You need to check it out. If you're caught up with the MCU through Infinity War, because apparently Spider-Man Far From Home takes place after WandaVision, from what we're hearing. Check it out. It's definitely worth watching. It's so much fun. Great new characters that are being introduced. Well, not new. I mean, she was in Captain Marvel, but we might be seeing the development of Monica Rambeau's powers. So it's worth checking out.
That's been another thing I really liked about this. And you know what, too? I'll say real quick is another thing about this series is it's grabbing people that normally or up till this point have not had interest in MCU stuff, and it's sucking them in. Like I even had a conversation last week. I was on the phone with my mom, and my mom was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen the advertisements for that. That looks really interesting. I want to watch it." I'm like, wow, my mom wants to watch an MCU.
I mean, I've heard a lot of people talking about it. And Garland, if you do watch it, the first 2 episodes, a lot of people complained about. Get through them. It gets really, really good. I wanted to ask you, Jay, and anybody who's watching who feels like answering, what was your favorite decade they represented in the show? We got the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then 90s and 2000s. I really like the Modern Family aspect of not the last episode, but the one before that.
Right, with the breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, I really like that. I've been watching Modern Family, so that kind of helps. I also really like the 80s where the 90s where we got to see the Quicksilver costume.
The kind of Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, I never watched Malcolm in the Middle. So
I didn't either, but that one was all right though. That one was fun. That was I guess the first one where they kind of start breaking the fourth wall. So I did enjoy like seeing the Billy and Tommy like face the camera and talk to us like that. Yeah. But honestly, okay, so my favorite part, and it was only a part of an episode, but the Agatha Harkness, where it was kind of like to the Munsters theme. I dug that. That was probably my favorite little throwback.
Luke's question, our favorite part. That's my absolute favorite part. And let me tell you something. Well, she's like, I never thought of Catherine Hahn as sexy, but something about her when she's being mischievous is dead sexy to me. I'm like, oh my God.
And that part on her little theme where she was introduced, where Agatha all along when Vision's trying to talk to her through the car window, and she's looking in the mirror, and she gives that little look at the camera. I'm like, oh my God, she's another one that's just her acting in this has been, and Teyana Paris, or however you say her first name. I mean, Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen have been golden, but the acting from everyone's been really good in the show.
Catherine Hahn's been off the chain. Like, I loved her in Step Brothers. I don't know if you ever saw that. How like outrageously sexual she is in that. And then if you ever watch Parks and Rec, she plays this character who what do they call her? Campaign runner or something like that.
Okay, campaign manager. Or
something. So yeah, it's so high energy. I love her characters, and she's such a really good actress, and I love her. And then finally getting the payoff in this last episode at the end of her in her witch outfit. Fuck man, she looks so cool. So cool.
She did.
Yeah, she is sexy. I don't know, I never thought of it until it was Agatha all along, and she's looking mischievous. I'm like, oh my God, I want to hit it.
She's naughty.
I'm gonna get canceled for saying that, but whatever.
That part, I forget which episode it was. I guess it was, I guess it was the Malcolm in the Middle one where when they were doing the introduction, the theme thing, and she's in the refrigerator, and her sweatpants are bedazzled on her booty. It says naughty.
Naughty, yeah. I mean, we knew. Most of us knew. Most of us educated Marvel fans knew that Agnes was Agatha Harkness all
Yeah.
along. We knew it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just waiting for them. It would have been crazy if they would have went through the entire show without revealing that that's who she was.
Right. Yeah.
But like, we knew that that's who that was. From the beginning, and it's great. I'm glad they didn't make her all like old looking like in the comic books.
Yeah.
Catherine Hahn looks badass when she's all witched out and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really happy they cast her because
And when she was breaking down their basic magic spells to Wanda, she had her in her basement, taking the cicada and doing the little basic possession or control, and then the what is it called when she changed it into the bird? The
transmutation.
Transmutation. I was going to say mutation. I knew it, but yeah. And then she turns it back to a cicada, throws it to Senior Scratchy, who eats the bug, and you can hear it crunching and squishing in his mouth.
Is that Mephisto? Or is it Nightmare? We don't know.
I don't know. The way she talks to it, I don't know that would be Mephisto still. Like staying in the bunny.
My guy, Heavy Spoilers, is all about Mephisto. Paul.
I am too. I still hope. We might not see Mephisto in this series since we only got one episode left. But I still think how they planted seeds for Thanos.
Yeah.
And he was in the background. He was the one controlling it, but we didn't see him at first. I think that's going to be kind of the same thing. We might not see him in this series, but I still think that he has something to do with this.
I've heard that Nightmare is going to be the villain in Doctor Strange.
I've heard that too. But then also, I think we're going to get a bunch of different villains. I don't know if you noticed this, but in the trailer for Loki, there's a scene where they're like, it looks like they're in a church because there's like a stained glass window that looks like Mephisto. It looks like Mephisto in that stained glass window.
I have also seen a vinyl pop up from WandaVision that had Mephisto. I don't know if that's real.
There were some that leaked, but then they were said to be faked. Yeah. So.
Let's see, Scarlet Witch or Captain Marvel. Who is the strongest character after WandaVision? Scarlet Witch, man.
That's a tough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to go with Wanda. With her being able
to. Let me just utter one single sentence. No more mutants. Oh my God! What did she in the comics? I mean, she is absolutely the most powerful Marvel character. I mean, she was able to just say one line and change the course of all of reality, getting rid of all the mutants in the House of M. So, I mean, that's pretty damn powerful. I mean, Captain Marvel is a great fighter. She's strong. She's got great leadership skills. She's got great powers and all that. But I think Scarlet Witch, and honestly, in Endgame, at the end of Endgame,
I was going to bring this.
Up. If Thanos didn't say rain fire, he was done. He was the Scarlet Witch she could have crumpled his ass up like a tin can.
Yeah, he was toast, boy.
If he didn't say rain fire, it was over.
And they're like, but our troops. He's like, I don't care, just release them, rain fire.
He knew it. And Captain Marvel, I mean, she could have beaten him. I think Captain Marvel could take Thanos even with.
She came close,
But yeah, I think without a doubt, it's Scarlet Witch. I mean, it even goes back to the comics, and like we know that she's the Nexus. She's the only constant thing throughout all the different dimensions. So that's got to be some kind of power, in my opinion. And now, especially, I think she's going to be more unleashed with her powers going forward too. I hope she's like very central to the MCU moving forward. Like I've really liked her as a extra piece to the Avengers, but like after watching this and knowing what she is in the comics, she's got to be more central, especially with the advent of the X-Men coming in.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And you know what? Have you seen? I didn't see them when they first came out, but when they were first bringing her, Elizabeth Olsen, into the MCU, she had talked about wanting to do House of M, but she was like that. But it's so crazy. She's like, I don't think they would ever do that in the movies.
I think that'd be very hard to do. I wanted to do a reverse House of M and say I want all the mutants,
Yeah,
or something like that.
more
More
mutants, or
mutants.
yeah,
The thing, yeah, because
all the mutants.
when we see Quicksilver show up at the end of that episode 5, I think it was,
Mm.
or six, whatever episode it was, and it's Evan Peters who's Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men movies, I shit myself almost. I'm like, oh my god, is this what I think is what happening? What's happening? What I think's happening? It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to talk to somebody so bad. Nobody was awake. And I couldn't put it on Facebook because I didn't want to spoil it. But I was like, oh my god, is this happening? Are we
Right.
getting mutants? You know?
All right.
And this is this like is this some kind of is Westview a entry point for mutants? Is it some kind of dimensional portal? Like that's what I thought when I saw Agatha's basement. Is like, can she open one of these doors? Because Nightmare, there's a comic that came out years ago where Doctor Strange and I think it was Spider Man went into some kind of dimensional portal where Nightmare could open to a door and go into any reality he wanted to.
Mm.
I think that's part of his power set. So I was kind
Did
of
he? Now, did he need the dark hole to be able to do that?
no, I don't remember that.
Okay.
Probably, but
I'm
like
not.
I remember he opened the door and pulled somebody through. Like this is such and such
Mm.
and such and such, you know. So like that's what like I went to she went down to the basement and I saw doorways. I'm like, oh god. Are these
Did you
dimensions?
notice the protection things that she had? The little
Runes?
symbols were all the runes. They were inside of hexagons.
Yeah, one of them looked like Magneto's helmet.
Yeah.
I saw that. I'm like, oh, that looks like Magneto's
And then
helmet.
another thing that I saw another streamer bring up is Doctor Strange in the library. All those
They're missing a book.
books, all
Yep.
those books. Well, there was one missing, but all the
Yep.
books were also kept
Yeah.
inside of
Like
hexagons.
apparently everything in the MCU is hexagon.
Hexagons, yeah.
Yeah.
The space travel portals are hexagon shapes. Yeah.
Let's see what we got. We've got comments. She'll definitely be involved with mutants coming. I hope so. I am like so pumped for this, like getting the mutants involved.
So, are we gonna see like Magneto in this final episode?
No, I think the doc. First of all, I want to talk about Paul Bettany and what he said. I would watch that too, but I got to get up with the kids.
That bastard.
Yeah, so I think Paul Bettany was definitely he's definitely bullshitting us with the reveal of what happened at the end. Spoilers at the end of this last episode we saw. What do they call him? It's the White Vision, but he's got a name. He's got a special name. I can't remember what it is. It's
It was Project Cat. Oh, okay. So, yeah.
In the comics I'm talking about. But yeah, we saw that. So we're gonna see. So Paul Bettany said something about getting to work with somebody they had great chemistry with.
Fireworks. Oh, I think you froze up there. Yeah, he was saying somebody he always wanted to act with since he was like his whole life. Had a special cameo, someone he had fireworks with, and yeah, it turns out that that actor was himself. Are you there, Ray? Are you frozen? You look like you're frozen. So yeah, and also I don't know if anyone caught this. I didn't realize. I heard someone else bring this up that supposedly in the Age of Ultron, the last we seen Ultron, he was missing his left hand. And first thing that White Vision did when he came online was look down at his left hand, saw it was there, and then he gave that little grin. So White Vision, it might be Ultron. I don't. It could be Vision, the emotionless, no personality, lacking personality version of Vision, or it could be Ultron. We don't know. We'll find out tomorrow night when this drops. I guess looks like Ray lost his connection. He's probably going to try to cut back in here soon. I guess I'm still live. Am I still live? Yep, I guess I'm still live. So, yeah. Oh, there he is. Ray's messaging me. Oh, his internet went out. Ray will be back in a minute. So, yeah, anyone watching, what are you hoping to see out of this finale? What do you want to see out of this final episode of WandaVision? Are we going to get any surprise cameos? Is it? Are they going to be able to resolve all these lingering questions we got with just supposedly the runtime for this episode is 50 minutes, and we all know there's like 7 to 10 minutes of that is credits. Are they going to be able to tie all this up with the remaining 40, 45 minutes? There's a lot to go over. I mean, they got a lot of things to resolve and tie up here. I don't see any other questions here. No, nope, nobody. So yeah. Anyways, man, I'm still holding on to that Mephisto. I thought for sure with all the devil, the hints of devil comments, and so many of the clocks that were missing sixes. The Strucker watch on the commercial, it had every number had just a regular dot on it, but then at the 3 had a triangle pointing at it, and at the 6 had a triangle. So was that like 3 sixes?
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right.
We have the worst internet on earth here in the Midwest.
Yeah. So I was talking about White Vision. Mm-hmm. Did you hear any of that, or?
No. I had to go out and reset my fucking modem.
Okay, so
I think my modem's really old. I need to get a new one. So
yeah, that could be. I want to. I'll run through it real quick with you, see what you think. So we get to see White Vision come online. Somebody I seen mention this. I didn't notice it. I have to go back and rewatch it. But supposedly someone said at the yeah, I do too.
Me too.
I want to see him still. And supposedly he had a recent interview where he's somebody tried to get him into spoiling something. He said, "I don't want to get fired." Which only somebody that still is employed is going to be worried about getting fired. So anyways, I was saying, so someone said the last we seen of Ultron in Age of Ultron, he was missing his left hand. And the first thing White Vision did when he came online was look down at his left hand.
Oh yeah.
And then kind of grinned a little bit. So did they bring Ultron back online with the White Vision?
So I've also heard rumors that James Spader was there or recorded audio or something.
He's in the WandaVision credits as a voice.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so we don't know if it's a flashback scene or if it's new dialogue or what.
Yep.
But yeah, I like what Alex Ross says. I don't want him to be all white, but because the comic book version of the all white Vision had like no emotion.
Yeah, that's what I said. No personality, no emotion. Yeah, like Alex said, I'm kind of hoping that they find a way that
he's been there from the beginning. Paul Bettany.
Yeah, he has Jarvis.
Yeah, it's Jarvis. So
day one. I guess is that in reference to Mephisto?
I think so. Well, there's rumors that they can't sell Mephisto in China, so they might use it as a Nightmare as the big bad, and there's a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of characters from Doctor Strange you could pull from. There's still freaking Mojo that could be a possibility because based on his
the TV broadcast thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of like different things that can happen. I'm so interested to see where this is going to go. The worst part though is that week by week, and this for some reason I've been more there's been more anticipation for me to watch this every week and build like getting through the week to get to this show than any other show for me. It's weird, but like I'm gonna miss seeing Wanda, Elizabeth Olsen, and Vision, and we're not gonna see the Scarlet Witch again until Doctor Strange next year, which is a shame. Yeah, he's OG. Him and Robert Downey, man.
Yeah.
And Gwyneth Paltrow, and Happy.
I wonder if the Loki series will touch on these occurrences or not. It seems like they're going to be more dealing with the time variance, but
but that's still. I mean, this is a big deal. What's going on? I mean, she's the whole hex and everything, and who knows? I don't even know when the Loki thing takes place because think about this, like he leaves from 2012 from the first Avengers movie, so it could be taking place anywhere from 2012 on, but they can go back and forth different.
Yeah, I was going to
They're
say,
also
I
going to
think,
show different Lokis. I don't think it's just one
yeah,
Loki.
no, there's that
So,
one clip in the trailer where there's two
yep.
Lokis in the same clip.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're time variance authority. They're going to be
Yeah.
bouncing. Yeah, they were
DC had
thinking
a show
forward.
that did that called Legends of Tomorrow, and it was pretty fun. So I'm hoping this will
Mm.
be more like that.
Yeah. I was wanting to get into that show, but I never did really take the time to watch it.
I loved it. That was one of my favorite shows on the CW DC stuff. I do need to watch the Superman one that Seth was talking about.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, it's also gonna be kind of jarring going from this to Falcon and the Winter
Winter
Soldier.
Soldier,
It's gonna
different.
be so different, and I
Yeah,
thought that was supposed to come first, and then because I think WandaVision has, I don't know how like how much world building the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show is going to have to do. Where this feels like there's so much going on that it's leading to bigger things in the universe. Where it almost feels like Falcon and the Winter Soldier's leftover from Endgame and all that other stuff.
yeah, Civil War and Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
even though that's like the stuff I've been really looking forward to. But
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think originally that was supposed to drop first, but then
yeah,
when COVID pushed everything back, some things got shuffled around, and I'm actually kind of glad they opened up with WandaVision.
it's,
Um,
it's funny because WandaVision I had no interest in. Originally, I was like, I don't
it
really know.
was the one out of the three that were announced that we're getting first through Disney Plus. It was the least I was looking for.
Yeah.
I was interested in all of them, but it was not at the top of my list.
Oh, I'm gonna watch everything that they spit out because I'm 22 movies deep. I'm not gonna give up now,
No, and
So
Loki looks awesome. I mean, even the more recent stuff I've been seeing on
mhm.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, man, there's a lot of stuff.
I'm really looking forward to that. But like, to
It
go
is going to be a
along,
different vibe, different feel,
it's
different
different vibe,
tone.
but it also feels like it's like Black Widow comes out in May. It's like I don't give a shit, to be honest. Like I'm gonna watch it, I'll enjoy it, but it's going backwards in time again because it takes place between Civil War and Infinity War. It's too
Yeah.
late, in my opinion, unless they somehow resolve what happened in Endgame in that movie, which I don't think they're going to. I don't see the point of doing that. I'd like
No,
them to have Yelena be the Black Widow moving forward,
yeah,
And how fucked up would it be if she showed up in the Winter Soldier show?
mm,
Yeah. So it could. I mean, that's going to go out through when Black Widow's released, if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. So
Do you want to? It's. I don't think it's not. I don't really consider it spoilers. But do you want to talk about some of the characters we're supposed to be getting in that show, the Falcon
I
and Winter Soldier?
haven't paid that much attention to it because, again, I like Ahsoka got ruined for me in Mandalorian. I got spoiled. Pretty much knew everything that was going on. That actually may be why I hate Josh. Actually, from Denim Nerds, but
But
that guy.
he just copied heavy spoilers.
But I
Recording.
didn't watch his show. I watched the Den of Nerds ones first. So anyway, like that guy, I was like, fucking, I'm not doing this anymore. No more spoilers. Like that's why I was so happy I stayed away after that when Luke shows up at the end of The Mandalorian. Like I was in tears, bawling my eyes out. I'm a man baby, like Ryan Johnson says. But like I was so happy to see that, and I thank Christ that it wasn't spoiled. And so I was like, I'm going to go into WandaVision, not getting into theories, not getting into spoiler territory. I'll watch the breakdowns just in case I missed something, and I have.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, they theorize a little bit, but really they're on track with what I think, which is good. And but I'm going to stay away from that. But I know there's characters that, like U.S. Agent, for instance, is going to be on the show.
Yeah.
Baron Zemo in his fucking mask. I'm so
Yeah.
happy, and
That's
it
gonna be
looks
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Like I remember when we found out he was going to be in Civil War. I was like, he's going to wear that dumb mask.
I know. I couldn't picture how it was gonna look. It would look on the big screen.
Man, babies rule. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to them getting into the Weapons Plus program and and all the different
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff
aspects
you
of
see
that.
in the trailer that is going to be in there, but like, I really want to be surprised by anything. I do have hopes for characters. I'd like I said, I'd like to see Yelena, the other Black Widow, show up. I think that would be really cool because I want to see her be the Black Widow moving forward. And nothing against, well, first of all, Francis, um, God damn it, I lost her name, Florence Pugh.
Oh,
She's a great actress. She's phenomenal, and she's going to be a huge star. And I think that it would be great having her take over the mantle. I love Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, but I want to see something new. I mean, we're losing Iron Man, we're losing Captain America, we're moving on to a whole new set of characters essentially, and I think it'd be great to have her pop up. Probably won't happen, but that's somebody I'd like to see pop up in the
yeah.
show.
I think Sharon Carter's going to be in it too. It's just,
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I saw that she's in one of the trailers.
yeah,
Infus Nest is in it. I can't remember
yeah.
who she's playing though.
I think she's one of the Flag Smashers, isn't
Yes.
she?
Yeah. She's Flag Smasher, right?
Yeah,
She.
I don't know if they're doing one specific character that's Flag Smasher, or if it's like a group of people that call themselves Flag Smasher. I'm not sure which one it's going to be.
She's gonna be Infus Nest forever. Um, leader is just leading the gang, just like in Star Wars. But yeah, there's a there's a lot that could happen for the ground, the street level
Yeah,
type people in this versus the more mystical and WandaVision
yeah.
and like there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. You still have the Eternals, which the first poster I saw looked awful, by the way.
Oh,
Did you see that shit?
the first poster?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but
Yeah,
I've
I
heard.
don't know if it's a real poster, but like it looks like garbage.
I've been
Um,
hearing, as far as the final product, I've been hearing a lot of things that's quite the opposite. Like it might be the best thing Marvel has ever done.
well, you can't judge a movie by its poster, I don't think. Well, some movies.
No. Right.
But like, no, I mean, there's that. There's the Shang-Chi. I always mess that one up.
Yeah, Shang-Chi. That's
That
how.
those are all coming in the next few months.
Yeah.
And then in December you got the big one, Spider-Man, and which I can't believe that's
Dude,
coming.
we are going to have a wealth of MCU material this year, man.
Yep. I mean, not even just this year, next year too.
Next
Because
year, yeah.
last year we had nothing.
Yeah.
And so now it all got pushed. So we got Black Widow, we've got WandaVision. This is all this year. I think What If comes out this year. Loki, Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think Hawkeye comes out this year too.
I think it might, yeah.
If not, at the beginning of next year. And then Spider-Man. What is it called? Home something or other.
Home Slice. No,
Yeah.
that was one of the favorites.
Homewrecker is my favorite.
Yeah.
And then you got next year Doctor Strange. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most, by the way, is Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And then there's Captain Marvel 2 and the other Ant-Man and the Wasp movie, which is going to have Kang the Conqueror in it, apparently. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. Oh, this is going to be a huge year for the MCU. It was a long year without any MCU, but in a way, I'm kind of glad because there's talk of Star Wars fatigue, which is complete and utter bullshit. There's never been, except for Martin Scorsese, there's never been any talk of any MCU because everything's a little bit different. Like I said, they go with the same type formula, and you kind of expect what's going to happen, but still, they're very entertaining. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And they're basically friendly for everybody.
And it was tough to go without it, but at the same time, after Endgame, it was kind of a nice palate cleanser to after that, get a break from after all that long succession of movies.
Yeah, I mean they deserved a break after 12 years, 20 was it 22 or 21 movies, and Endgame. I mean, we got Spider-Man after the fact, but like leaving off on Endgame was probably the perfect way to leave for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, Spider-Man was okay, but
and it kind of made me realize how much I love and cherish the MCU stuff, man. Going a year without it's like, man. And I did a lot of rewatching too. I think I went back and rewatched all of them.
I started watching Doctor Strange last night because I need my Doctor Strange fix. He was my favorite part of Infinity War. Actually, I was going to post some on Facebook the other day. I was watching Infinity War, and my favorite scene in Infinity War, and is anything, actually it's not just scene, it's anything with Tony Stark and Doctor Strange. Those two together is gold. I wish Tony Stark was still around so we could get a Iron Man Doctor Strange team up movie, because those two together are fucking phenomenal. You know, protecting your reality douchebag.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought I even thought the Tony Stark and Peter Quill stuff was pretty funny.
Oh yeah. When it comes down to it, it's Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. He's great with anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, the Peter Quill stuff was good. All the stuff on Titan's fun, but yeah, I really love. They need to get him back. I'm sorry, they need to get him back. Oh yeah, and then Thor. There's a Thor movie coming out soon too. Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, they're filming that right now.
Yep.
You're embarrassing me in front of the wizard.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Where's your guy? Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
If I were, I would have never killed Tony Stark off. It was great and very emotional. And man, me and Reynolds were holding hands, crying. And Helene's like, "You guys okay?" When we first saw Endgame, but like at the same time, I was a man baby, like Ryan Johnson says.
And then what about the callback with what was his daughter's name? Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
With the cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm.
What are you hungry? What do you want? Cheeseburger.
Yep. It's just like an Iron Man. I want an American cheeseburger.
Yep.
To go to the press conference. Yeah. I mean, who knew Iron Man would be as good as it was? You know,
man.
Before Iron Man, there was the same thing with superhero movies, like Batman. There's a villain that pops up from within the movie. There's a love interest, and then the villain dies. And they did that with Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, and there was the same fucking what do you call mold? Formula. Same formula for every single superhero movie. And then Iron Man comes along, kind of does the same thing.
A little bit, yeah.
But then you get that mid-credit scene, and it's like, there's more to this. And then Incredible Hulk happens, and you see Tony Stark in there at the very end, and you're like, this is bigger than you think.
Yeah.
And they just kept building on it, and that's the genius of Feige.
And then another thing I really love about that first Iron Man movie is, so at the time there was still, the terrorist stuff was still kind of heavy going on. So, you get to see him go up against terrorists. But the fact that, so he gets ambushed by his own weapons, Stark Industry weapons, is held captive in a cave and has to build that first Iron Man suit out of scrap, dismantling his missiles and bombs or whatever, and builds that suit while he's in a cave with his that magnet thing hooked up to a car battery. Man, yeah, it was
so cool.
Yeah.
It was cool to see that suit too, because it was kind of a callback to his original suit.
Yeah,
from the Mysteries, whatever the comic was, I can't remember what the original Iron Man comic was. Something Tales of Mystery, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
It was really cool to see that, because there's always a piece of me, even though it's a silly looking suit, that loved that suit.
Yeah, it was giant, clunky.
Right. I didn't start reading Iron Man until Extremis came out in the mid 2000s, which is a really good book. If you haven't read Extremis, read that. Which actually a lot of the third movie is based on Extremis.
Right.
So check that out. Yeah, that was the first Iron Man thing I ever read. And then I read Demon in a Bottle, because my friend Edgar dressed up as that Iron Man for Halloween, where he's a complete drunk. And
okay.
Yeah, I read that just because Edgar's like, I'm going to do this for Halloween. I'm like, what is it? And you see this picture of a strung out Tony Stark. I'm like, oh God, I got to read this. So I read, and Edgar had it, so I read it. It was good too. But yeah, I mean, I never thought much of Iron Man when it came. When I thought of Marvel, I thought of Wolverine, Spider-Man, Captain America. Never thought of. I didn't care for Thor. Didn't care for Iron Man. But man, this universe. And you know what I like about another thing I was going to say about WandaVision that I actually really like? You can feel Tony Stark in there.
His presence
is still there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be gone at some point, but in 80 years, 90 years, 100 years, people are going to look back on this and be like, God damn, I can't believe they're able to do this. Nobody will ever be able to copy this ever. And so many people have tried with the Dark Universe, and DC can't get their shit together. So
yeah, and in 100 years there'll be 1,000 MCU movies?
Oh no, I'm sure at some point they'll do a reboot. In 2055 there'll be some kind of reboot, and they'll recast Iron Man with some kid that's not even been born yet.
Character I'm excited to see in the MCU, and I don't really know why. I mean, I always thought he was kind of cool looking, but I never really had any interest in him. But Black Knight,
Yeah, he's cool looking.
I think he's supposed to appear in the
They're
Eternals.
they're gonna get everybody in the that's in Marvel Comics eventually. You know,
Submariner, Namor, or however you say his name.
Namor the Submariner, yeah, Namor. They're prepping
Doc,
for Young Avengers. We're
Doctor
gonna get
Doom. Oh yeah, Young Avengers. We're gonna get Doctor Doom. We're getting Kang
Fantastic
the
Four has been
Conqueror.
announced.
Oh man. Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be something.
Supposedly the that in Spider-Man Far From Home at the end when he flew, had the webbing and he flew through the atrium of the building. Supposedly that's the Fantastic Four, formerly Stark Tower, but it's now the Fantastic Four Tower or building or whatever. And he flew right through
The
the
Baxter
atrium.
Building.
Yeah, Baxter Building. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's cool. I just, and that's another thing about WandaVision. Everybody's hoping that we're gonna see Reed Richards is that
Oh,
the technician or
engineer.
whatever.
Yeah.
Engineer, yeah, which would be great. But man, they would be really balls out in this show if they threw Reed Richards in there, Doctor Strange and Mephisto, and
Yeah, I
I'm all
think
for it.
it'd be cool. I think though, because supposedly this final episode is 50 minutes runtime.
We will see. They did that throughout the Mandalorian. This one's going to be an hour. This one then it was never any longer.
All right. Well,
So
yeah,
I
for a while there was supposedly a 2 hour episode,
Mhm.
but they've got a
What about a
lot of
bonus episode? You hear
they've got
about?
a lot to resolve in this final
Yeah,
episode.
well, I there because somebody mentioned there could be a bonus episode, a 10th episode. Also, I don't know if that's true, but
From what I heard, it's a behind the scenes making of.
yeah, I know there's that, which I'll definitely eat that up because the Mandalorian behind the scenes was really good too. This
Yeah,
whatever that was called,
gallery.
gallery. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was good stuff. Yeah, I'm eating this up, man. I am looking forward to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's gonna be a huge change of pace, but I'm kind of looking forward to Loki more at this point.
Loki. Yeah, that's looking really good. I still, man, and maybe only because in the what was it, like a look inside or a sneak peek, they did like a little short documentary on WandaVision before it came out, and one of the she wasn't the showrunner, but one of the ladies that's working on the show was like doing a camera interview, and behind her there was a bunch of storyboards and character pictures. They tried to blur them out, but there was one of Wonder Man, like
Oh,
real big, right behind her. There was one of Wonder Man.
oh my God!
So we still might get Wonder Man in this final episode.
Stop, Marvel. Just stop.
And, and with the whole Vision, now we got the White Vision and Vision in the bubble. And we know if that's not Ultron, if it's Vision with the emotionless lack of personality.
What if it was Ultron's voice in the
That
White Vision body? That would be weird.
That would be weird. Oh, yeah. Instead of the stone, he's got like the little mini arc reactor in his forehead.
God, that'd be so odd.
But so do they use Simon Williams, Wonder Man's brain waves to imprint on the White Vision to give him personality?
Deep cut.
That would be deep.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know, man. There's no way of telling what's going to happen. I know that Friday morning I drop my kids off at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna turn WandaVision right on. I'm gonna watch the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wait patiently for my heavy spoilers and my screen rant to do their breakdowns because I love them.
Yeah. And fuck Hayward.
Yeah, that dude's. Oh God, that line he said. Anybody who has the power to bring back their lover online or their soulmate online, I'm like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, he was just totally gaslighting her there, man.
Mm-hmm. He was. It was. I gotta say that episode. There were a lot of people disappointed in this episode.
Yeah, I heard that. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it answered so much. It showed that she did not steal Vision because that was like I never thought that was the real Vision. I always thought that she had made everything out of her own mind,
right?
For the most part. I never thought it was Vision, and especially Hayward's reaction early on when they first introduced him. He was surprised to hear Vision was in there.
Right.
He
Yeah.
had the white Vision the whole
Yeah,
time.
and I always wonder that too, because right when when after he's seen Darcy watching it on TV, and he's like, asking his questions, and then he was like out. He's like, "Get the chopper start.
Mhm.
We're heading back to base." I'm like, What is going on?" So I guess he had to hustle back to the base and make sure that his vision was still there,
Probably, yeah,
and,
and bring him to there.
and then bring him there
Yep, yeah,
to,
for
to get
sure.
Wanda to bring him online.
God, this is gonna be nuts. I hope it is longer. I hope it is, about an hour or so, because they like. Well, first of all, there's so many things to clean up, like you said. There's the Monica Rambeau stuff. There's the Quicksilver stuff. There's Agatha. There's so much going on.
Yeah,
There's the
the
Mephisto,
kids.
the kids. There's, and I think early on they'll defeat Agatha. Honestly, I think that, and then there's gonna be a big fight between the visions,
Thinking
and
there's going to be like a mini, not a mini, but like a alternate, almost Avengers like team. I think what if Quicksilver is actually Quicksilver,
I hope it is.
and he
Well,
was
it is. She pulled him from another
she
place.
yeah
Right?
she
Yeah,
and she had him possessed. So what
yeah.
if Quicksilver, Monica Rambeau, Vision from In the Bubble
Hmm.
join up, help help Wanda fight against Agatha.
Hmm.
You could even have the twins might even get involved. They got their powers
If
now.
they get broken free from her, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be cool to see like a little team.
I want to see a period piece Invaders movie with Cap teaming up with Namor and the original Human Torch. That would be really cool. Actually, that'd be cool for. I think that'd be a cool animated movie. They need to make more animated movies. Oh wow.
Supposedly, there. So Chris Evans is signed back on for a couple more. Supposedly, they're going to try to do some Wolverine and Cap team up thing. That would be
That would be
sweet.
really cool. There's there's some really cool Wolverine Cap comics from back in the during World War II also,
Yeah.
which would be really really cool. Yeah, I got what you said. I didn't think it was Cap and Willie, and we knew what you meant. Cap and Wolverine, Luke. But yeah, yeah, that would be super cool. There's a lot of stuff I want to see. Like I remember walking out of X-Men 2 with my friend Edgar and talking about all the possibilities after seeing the Phoenix flying in the water. That was
Yeah.
like the biggest fucking moment ever to that point. Like, oh my god!
Yeah.
We
I'm
get in
like,
the
they're gonna do it. They're gonna do the Dark
yeah,
Phoenix saga.
and we start talking about all the possibilities. We start talking about Onslaught. We talked about
Oh.
yeah, we talked about the fuck, god damn it, Age of Apocalypse, Age of all
Mm,
that stuff, all the cool stuff they could do, and we got some of it kinda,
right.
kinda. We got two different failed versions of the Dark Phoenix saga. I think
Yeah.
the MCU could definitely do it, and especially just make sure you make Lizzie Olsen happy.
Yeah. I
I
want to
don't
see
think she's going to go in. I think she enjoys this.
I want to see some Mr. Sinister in there too.
We won't count. We definitely won't count Willie out. The one question I want to know, and I can't. I'm blanking on his name, but the Black Captain America. That I wonder if he's going to pop up in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm talking. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah. I was gonna bring him up earlier because he is, and I forget his name now.
Is he in it?
Yeah, he's gonna be in it.
No. Yeah,
And
Onslaught would be awesome. With the X-Men, they could do so much that they
Bradley,
didn't do for
something
fun. Yeah,
Bradley,
Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley. Yeah.
Yeah, good, good. He's
Which
the man.
means we might see his grandson Patriot,
Mhm.
since they're setting up the Young Avengers.
Yeah, so I think
And
we've
what's the
got
other one? Not Flag Smasher. What's the Battlestar or something like that? There's another super soldier that came from that program that was with Isaiah. I think his name was, for some reason I want to say it was Battlestar, but someone I wasn't familiar with. But yeah, there were some on set pictures of those
well,
two guys.
think about the characters that are already set up. You've got the two Wanda's kids. You've got Hawkeye,
Yep.
Kate
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop coming. You've got the possibility of
Stature.
yeah stature because well that's something that's gonna we'll have to see when Ant-Man and the Wasp come out. Or well, that one already happened. Ant-Man and some what is it
I
called?
think the thing is Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumanium.
Quantumania. Yeah, it's another great title in
Quantumania,
my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
And titles matter to me. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, I can't wait to find out because I don't think if we're getting any kind of Young Avengers thing, first of all, I think Young Avengers should be a show, not a
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
which would be
Oh,
amazing.
it's Marvel. Is that what
Yeah,
Miss
that's right,
Marvel?
Ms. Marvel. Yeah. So the question I have: do you think the kids will age up one more time, or do you think
I
they'll stay
think they will.
infants?
I think they'll jump. I don't know if they'll do it in WandaVision, but I think
I think they'll
between
do it during Multiverse of Madness.
yeah,
I think they're going to be in that.
I think they'll age up another 5 years because they went
Mhm.
from being in their cribs to 5 years old. Now they're 10 years old. I
Yeah.
think they'll age up another five
I
years.
think so too. But I think they'll do it in Multiverse of Madness because the rumor is that they were spotted where they're filming Multiverse of Madness at the
Oh
same time. So I think they're in that. So I don't think they're going to die.
yeah, I
But
hope they make it out well.
I did hear the actress that plays Monica Rambeau say the end of WandaVision is extremely sad. That makes me think Vision's going to die, be gone, which will be very
Yeah,
sad. I love Paul Bettany.
because yeah, I think that too because if you remember, Spider-Man: Far From Home takes
Yep,
place 8 months after the blip, which I don't like that, but
I don't
after
like it. The snap,
yeah,
the second snap.
yeah, the snap, the undoing of the
Let's
snap,
call it the snap foo.
the snap. So yeah, that's 8 months after, and they did that in memoriam thing,
Mhm.
and Vision was one of them.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, we saw Cap, we saw Iron Man and Vision, and yeah, I don't know if it's because of that or because I mean he did die during Infinity War
yeah,
technically. I mean because that's what when I saw that that's what I figured it was, but it could be because of all this stuff because you got to think that shit's going to be on the news at some point,
yeah,
you
right,
know. So I don't know. It's exciting. This is an exciting time. Like the last 12, 13 years has been an extremely exciting time to be a Marvel fan, a comic fan in general. I'm still hoping DC stuff happens, the right way, but it doesn't sound like it. Um, but this WandaVision has got me like pumped for more shows. I really think Young Avengers would be a great show. Not, I mean, they'll do a movie at some point.
yeah, but
I'm
yeah,
really excited about what's going to happen. Then we don't know what's going to happen when the Eternals pop up
no, we
or
don't.
Shang-Chi. Like what's going to happen. We're getting two movies that we have not seen anything from these characters at all in the MCU.
Yeah,
So this is all new stuff, and then the Black Widow movie, we'll see what happens with that. And again, I don't want Scarlett Johansson coming back. Nothing against her. I just want Florence Pugh to be the Black Widow moving forward. That's just what I want. What do you want?
ScarJo or whatever they ScarJo, whatever they
Yeah,
call her. She's awesome. I love
she
her.
is. No, she is.
But yeah. I mean, we're moving into this kind of new era. Kind
Mhm.
of switching up. So I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they phased her out and brought the other chick in.
Out with the old and with the new. No, that's kind of what it seems like they're doing anyway.
Yeah,
So they're moving on to what is it, phase 5 or for
four,
4?
four and five. I think we're in
Yeah,
four now. WandaVision kicks off phase 4, and then,
yeah.
but I don't think phase 4 is going to be real long. I think we'll be in phase 5 before. I think phase 4 is what 2 years, and then we're
So
into
what do you
phase.
think the big event's going to be for phase 4?
Um, I don't know if we'll get a huge like. I don't think we'll get like an Infinity War or Endgame type thing, but and I don't know if we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get another Avengers movie in the Phase 4. So who knows?
I think
Uh,
we will.
You think we will?
Yeah, I think because there's still stuff they haven't announced yet.
Yeah,
Uh, Moving into 2023, they haven't. I don't know that we know too much about that. A Fantastic Four and Blade and all that stuff, but
yeah,
that's small potatoes. I mean, well, Fantastic Four is not, but Blade is kind of small potatoes when it comes to the overall universe. But yeah, I think we are going to get a huge event. It's got to have to do something with the mutants. It has to, in my opinion. They're going to have to do something big to bring them in. I don't think they're just going to throw an X-Men movie at us. I think
no,
they're going to find a way to do it, and I think it's going to be in some kind of movie. Maybe they're on Geonosis or Genesis, whatever the fuck that's
yeah,
called.
Yeah, Genosha.
Genosha, yeah, there we go.
That would be cool. Yeah, I'm sure they're planting Easter eggs and seeds right
Oh
now.
God,
I think
what
we're gonna get introduced to some mutant characters.
what about the Secret Invasion or the
Oh yeah,
or
yeah,
Secret Wars? I mean, there's stuff like that could
that-
happen. I
yeah.
mean, we get scrolls already.
Well,
There's
that
a
is a confirmed show already. Secret Invasion.
right, but that could lead to like
That
a
bit.
huge thing. I mean, think about Secret Invasion, which came out at like 10 years ago or whatever. The one I'm thinking of, and it was the scrolls where like they came to Earth and they took the place of certain like Captain America and Tony Stark and a few of the heroes. And you got to think about they make the scrolls look like good guys now, but they're not good guys.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
not at all.
that's my new thing too. When I see like in real life, if I see someone that's kind of seems shady or like, they're pretending to be nice, but I think that there's something up with this dude. I'm like, they're a scroll. Like that
Yeah.
dude's a scroll.
Yeah, and that's something I keep ever since I have Captain Marvel came out. I'm like wondering who the fuck is a scroll and who's not. What if
Right.
Tony Stark was a scroll? Think about that.
That could be a way to bring Tony,
Yeah.
bring RDJ back in.
What if he was a
I
scroll?
think
There's no way to tell.
I think Hayward's a scroll.
He could be. You never know, and that's the thing. Like as soon as the scrolls popped up in Captain Marvel's, like, oh shit.
Yep.
I was like, man, anybody could be a scroll.
Game changer.
It is a game changer, and like that's one of the coolest comics. If you haven't read Secret Invasion, do yourself a favor and pick that up. I was out because of Civil War, and then they said that there's a Secret Invasion book that dealt with scrolls, and it's Earth or it's not Earth shattering, it's universe shattering from the MCU or Marvel Comics universe. I picked it up, read every single issue. I'm like, holy shit! So you're telling me this whole time, the last 20 years, it's been a Skrull and not Iron Man? Spider Woman is a fucking Skrull. Are you kidding me? You know, it was so cool. Yeah. I think that would, yeah, they do have a great track record. Yeah, it's a good book. I definitely recommend. And then Secret Wars is another good one. That's a legendary book. You know, that's the symbiote costume comes from that, which is something I hope we see at some point. I know that with Tom Holland's contract, he's going to eventually end up in the Venom and Morbius movies at some point, from what I hear. So maybe that's how they'll do the black suit in that.
Yeah, or they might with this multiverse thing. I don't know. They might
merge it together.
They might get it to where Tom Holland stays in the MCU and one of the other Spider-Mans runs the Sony Spider-Verse.
Rumor has it that Doctor Doom is going to be the next big villain, and he's going to first appear in Black Panther 2. I am very concerned about the Black Panther movie.
It's going to be, they got a weird situation to figure out there. Because, obviously you want to honor Chadwick Boseman, but Black Panther is too vital of a character to the Marvel Universe to not have a Black Panther.
Well, all I'm going to say is multiverse. It could change everything.
Yeah.
It did for DC. I mean,
there is something with the multiverse that I'd like to see happen that I think could work.
What's that?
If we see a multiverse, a parallel universe where what's his name, the Killmonger character, where
he's gonna be Superman. So
if he's Superman, he might be tied up. But what if there was a parallel universe where his dad never left to go to America, and he grew up with T'Challa in Wakanda, and then he comes to our universe, sees that T'Challa died, and out of respect stays here and takes over the mantle of our Black Panther.
That'd be cool. I like Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Not as Superman, but I like him as an actor, and I thought he was great in Black Panther.
Yeah, as Killmonger. He was.
I mean, he's a really good actor. And of anybody to pick up the mantle of Black Panther, it'd be cool if it was him as that character, not as taken over as T'Challa.
Right.
Unless I don't know, there's ways to do it and still honor Chadwick.
Yeah.
Who is a fantastic actor and is going to be sorely missed in this MCU, man. His star was on the rise.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shame that fuck cancer, man.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, there's a lot of questions coming up. So much cool stuff's going to happen in the next 2 years for sure. Yeah, and I mean, poor DC. Like,
They can't get out of their own way.
no, they keep making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes, and it's like I like the Snyder Cut's coming, and like I'm excited about that and everything, but to what end? It's pointless, at this point. I can't wait to see it, but it's absolutely pointless. So they're not going to build from that.
Yeah.
They made the mistake in 2013 by not having other movies ready to go right after that, because they waited 3 years to put out BVS, and it's like, dude, you guys fucking shit the bed with Man of Steel, even though I like Man of Steel. But yeah, DC, yeah, DC is a big time mess, and I'm a DC guy. Yeah, fuck cancer. My wife died of cancer. My mom did too. But yeah, DC is a mess, and it makes me sad. But
Yeah.
excuse me, I was out of the Marvel for so long, but this, at least we have the Marvel movies, and they're so much fun.
Yeah.
A moment of silence for DC. And then now I heard some rumors about I don't know if you've heard anything about the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson.
No, not lately. I haven't.
This fucking guy, apparently. So the rumors are, we'll talk more about Marvel in a second, but this is funny to me. The rumors are that Matt Reeves, the director, did not want Pattinson cast, but it was a studio push.
Oh.
Okay, fine, whatever. The guy that he wanted was Nicholas Hoult, who played Beast in the X-Men movies.
Oh.
Yeah, which is weird because him for Bruce Wayne Batman, come on. He does not fit the bill. Anyway, I'm sure they would have figured it out. But Pattinson, there's all this stuff about how he wouldn't bulk up for the role and he's pretentious and all this different shit. Well, apparently him and Matt Reeves do not get along at all. Matt Reeves called him the most pretentious, narcissistic actor he's ever worked with.
Oh.
Apparently, he got Zoe Kravitz pregnant during filming of Batman. Because she broke up with her fiance or husband or whatever it is. Pattinson, yeah, got Zoe Kravitz pregnant. Now they're an item, and apparently, Matt Reeves, after everybody went home for the day, and they're sticklers for social distancing and all the stuff with the virus going around. So he caught Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz fucking on the Batmobile after hours, and he was furious. He's like, we're done filming in April, or we're done filming in March. After that, I don't want to ever work with you again. Apparently Matt Reeves just doesn't want to work with him again. So that's another thing. It's like they're either gonna have to replace Matt Reeves, who this is his vision, or they're gonna have to replace Pattinson already. It's like, god damn it, if this is all true. I don't know if any of it's true. It's hilarious, and I gotta admit, Batman and Catwoman getting together, it does not bother me a bit. But no, they don't do. Yeah,
and too much meddling. I don't know if it's WB or who it is, but there's too much meddling from the suits.
It's Warner Brothers. It's absolutely Warner Brothers. I don't know. I didn't hear this on YouTube. I read this in an article from a legit website.
Hollywood Trades, or
I don't remember what it was offhand, but I'll have to find it. It was hilarious when I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I heard it on YouTube after the fact. I couldn't believe it. If it's true, first of all, bravo to Pattinson for getting Kravitz, because she's fucking beautiful, But at the same time, it's like DC. They like nobody can get out of their own way with DC properties. Yeah. It's like DC's doomed to fail, unfortunately. And I love their properties, and I think they could have a lot of good stories to tell.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with the DC comic. I mean, obviously, I know some of the characters. I grew up watching Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, but yeah, I mean, they got great characters and, like you said, great potential for storytelling. But yeah, man, it sucks. I would like to be able to enjoy the DC movies just as much as I enjoy the Marvel movies.
Yeah, we saw Justice League together. You were falling out over there. I was like, God, dude, wake up, man.
This dude's falling asleep.
Yeah, like,
it was the mustache.
Yawning over there.
As soon as I seen Superman's upper lip, I'm like, I'm out.
Which is immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited about the Snyder Cut, though, even though, like I really hope it kills and it gets tons of great reviews, so they reinstall the Snyderverse. And I know a lot of people aren't with that, but you don't have to erase what happened in Wonder Woman 84, which was not a very good movie in the first place.
You don't.
No, you don't have to erase anything. It's
No,
just
you can have
moving
two
forward.
separate things.
Yeah, and hopefully it brings Ben Affleck's Batman back. This is all hopeful things I have. I doubt it will happen, but and who knows? And plus, with the Flash movie, Ben Affleck's supposed to be in it, so it's like they're still kind of doing the Snyder stuff anyway.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's just a huge fucking mess, but whatever. I don't know what to say. Marvel's good. I still think DC Comics are better than Marvel. By the way, I just read this. It's the Crime Syndicate. I was going to talk about it. Crime Syndicate #1. Crime Syndicate is the bad versions of each character. Apparently, they're Earth 3 now. They were Earth 2 before.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Ultraman and Owlman and Power Woman, and it's going to be good. I think it's worth picking up. I picked that up today, and I got this also. I got a guy at work who likes comics finally, and so I can finally talk comics at work. Infinite Frontier, they're rebooting DC's universe again.
Oh, okay.
But this was pretty cool. So
yeah, my new job, the other person that I work with, it's mainly I got two of us and then the owner. So right now it's me and one other person that are pretty much running the store. But she's a graphic designer, but she's totally into the MCU. So I'm like, cool. Like my new work partner, I can talk MCU stuff with.
That's good. Yeah, I have my brother-in-law. We talk horror, and now I've got this guy who likes baseball and comics. It's like now I can finally have fun at work and not do my job. Oh man, but yeah, MCU I'm totally excited about. I'm excited about the Justice League Snyder cut. The Suicide Squad movie that's going to be coming out here directly, and which is great. That's going to be done because then we'll get James Gunn back to Guardians of the Galaxy finally, because that's where he belongs. And when is that? That's 2023, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit off because of the him doing work.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to come out like last year, and with the original timing, and then he got fired, and his fucking cancel culture got him.
Yep.
But he fought back, and he got his job back.
And that was cool that all the actors from Guardians stood up for him.
Yeah, well, it's not working for a certain someone on a certain Star Wars show.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird. That whole
March 18th. So in 2 weeks, it's going to be on Thursday.
I got to resubscribe to my HBO Max
just for one day.
No, actually, I'll keep it for a while. There's actually a lot of stuff I like.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, all of it.
I was starting to get into the DC shows. Titans. I was starting to watch. I was starting to watch Titans. I watched one episode of was Doom
Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
Dude, stick with that show. It's good.
Is it?
Swamp Thing's good too. Yeah, all those shows are really good.
Swamp Thing's on there.
I don't. Well, it was on the DC app, the old one. So
well, then it should be on there. I didn't see it anywhere. I'll have to just type it in.
That show's really good too. It's a shame it got canceled.
The other thing, it's kind of weird. I still want to stick with it and watch the next season. It's I don't know, man. So it's Ridley Scott. So it's weird, but at the same time, I kind of liked it. Raised by Wolves. Have you checked?
I haven't watched it yet. I do want to watch it. There's a few shows that HBO has. There's the God damn it, what is it called? Lovecraft Country.
Oh yeah, I watched several. There's the first 2 episodes are really good.
Succession and Chernobyl. Luke says.
I heard Chernobyl was really good.
There's the other one that what is it called? That I never watched. It's been on for a couple of years now.
Westworld. Yeah. I want to check that one out too. And I think The Wire is that
on there?
I think that's on there.
I haven't watched that.
That's a show I've been wanting to check out. I know I've seen it on one of my services. I'm like, yeah, I got to get into that someday.
Have a good one, Seth. I've Good night, PS. Don't forget to check out the new Superman show. I know. I keep meaning to check it out, but I keep getting distracted. There'll be a new episode out by the time I finally get to watch it, which is today. I think the new episode's today. Uh, but I'll watch it. And we'll talk about it. We'll do. We still have to hold on, Seth. Don't go anywhere yet, because he knows what I'm going to do. We still have to talk about this and this and this and this and Superman having sex, because he does. He has sex with that woman and makes that face. That's
Is he pooping there?
That's Zoe face. No, that's Zoe face. He's like, ugh. Yeah. Seth and I started. So we talked when I was doing these streams like every day. We did a couple of shows where we talked about Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. We talked about Superman Returns, and we're kind of counting down the best Superman movies, and we got stuck on not getting able to do Superman 3, which I think is underrated.
Quest for Peace, or was that the second?
Quest for Peace is the fourth one.
Oh, that is the fourth one. Okay, wait a minute.
Which is funny. My favorite YouTube channel, Mr. Sunday Movies, they went through all of the Superman movies on Caravan of Garbage just recently. Just finished with Superman, The Quest for Peace this past Tuesday, which they are fucking hilarious. I love them. Mr. Sunday Movies, check them out on YouTube. But yeah, we're gonna get back to it at some point. I definitely want to watch the Superman show. I was a huge Smallville fan. I watched it every week when it came on. Cried when Jonathan Kent died. I'll watch it, Seth, and we'll talk about it. We're not going to be... Oh, no, I guess we're doing a show on Friday for the Horror Syndicate, aren't we? Oh, man. Yeah, Lovecraft Country is definitely one I want to check out. And Westworld. There's a lot of stuff I want to watch. Just time is my problem.
Yeah.
And Modern Family. I've been rewatching Modern Family because I love that show.
I never got into that one.
It's just I like certain sitcoms. It was one of those ones that Elizabeth and I always watched, and just kind of takes me back to that. Anyway, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Let's see. We pretty much touched on everything MCU. We talked about DCU or E or whatever it's called. Talked a little bit about comics. I think I covered a lot of the comic stuff in the Dragonfly stream.
Yeah, you did. But I just saw. Was Brian watching our show from Comics, Comic Breakdown?
I don't know.
I was gonna say we gave you, if you're watching, we gave you a shout out on our Dragonfly stream, trying to get you more subscribers like you need them.
Rolling them subscribers.
Yeah, man, rolling subscribers. 9,000 something.
Good for him, man.
Hey, awesome. Give me some subscribers so I can make money, so I can make more comics, bro. What's this? Have a good one. Yeah, we're gonna probably peace out here in a minute anyway. I gotta get up at 7, get the kids to school and go to work and all that. What is tomorrow?
Thursday.
Oh my God, no. Never mind. My days are getting mixed up. Everything's screwed up around here because of this stuff.
I gotta get up at 7, go to work, come home, and probably nap for a while so I can wake up and watch WandaVision when it drops.
Are you gonna do that? I'm gonna
try. I don't know if it's gonna work out.
I'm gonna wait till the morning on Friday because I can't do those nights anymore. Like when we were doing the streams after the Mandalorian, I was done for the whole weekend.
Yeah, I might have to just crash out early, wake up an hour or two before I normally wake up and watch it then. Yeah,
well, I was staying up. We were doing the stream until like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then I'd have to get up at 7 with the kids, and then I'd come home and take them to school on Friday, and I'd go to sleep on the couch until I had to pick up Helena, and I'd go do that, and I'd come back home and go to sleep again. It's like, I can't do this. I got to be awake for some of this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's as much as I want to watch it at 2 a.m., I think it's okay to wait till I wake up at 7.
Yeah, as long as you stay off the internet, you avoid spoilers, and then it won't matter.
Believe me, I don't get on. I put my phone in airplane mode when I go to sleep, and it's going to stay on until after I watch WandaVision. Because seriously, Ahsoka, that whole Ahsoka thing got me shook, and I don't want to ever have to deal with that again. So, because they laid out everything that was going to happen in that episode, and it all happened. And I was like, this fucking. You remember how my attitude was after watching it?
Yeah, I was like, because that stuff doesn't bother me as much, but yeah, I can understand why and how it would bother certain people.
Yeah.
Because at first I'm like, you said that, I'm like, you're like, I don't know how I feel. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
It's because I knew what was happening. It's like there was no surprise. Like
spoiled for you.
the episode after that, whenever we saw Boba Fett and all that, that was awesome because I had no clue.
Mm,
You know, when we see the slave just coming out of nowhere, I'm like, oh shit!
yeah, that was
Oh,
awesome.
Boba Fett's here, and then he had Fennec with him. I'm like, God damn, this is awesome.
Yeah,
And when I felt that feeling, I was like, I do not want any more spoilers for any show, you know, ever again, because I had this rush of seeing Boba Fett kicking ass, just murdering stormtroopers, then put his armor back on, and
smash.
then the same thing with Luke. Seeing Luke pop up,
Oh, yeah, that
this
was
is a
awesome.
feeling I can't replace. If I would have known that was coming, I would have been pissed because it would have ruined my response, you know, my reaction.
Yeah,
So never doing that again. I don't want any spoilers for WandaVision. I'll wait till after I watch the show before I do anything else. So same thing with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and anything. I'm not doing spoilers anymore. It ruined it. I like it's like the Force Awakens got ruined for me while I was in line. Some guy got pulled out of the theater because he kept telling everybody Han Solo gets killed by his son, and it's like, what an asshole.
yeah, that's
What an asshole. You know, come on, man. You ruined it for thousands, well, probably not thousands, hundreds of people that were in line waiting for the movie. Yeah, it's not cool at all. I mean, they should have gagged that fool. But the biggest spoiler in
knocked him
30
out,
years.
knocked him out, and drug him out.
Fucking fool. Take him out the back door, first of all. What are you taking him out in front of, like, that's bad management. Anyway.
I agree.
So that's the show. That was fun. We'll do another one at some point. If you haven't, check out Dragonfly on Kickstarter. It ends in about 12 hours.
Yeah, noon Central Standard Time.
Yeah, it's a kick-ass comic that it'll be
I created.
Hopefully, Jay created, written by Brian Hawkins, and
amazing art by Flavio Rodriguez. Most of you probably don't know Flavio yet, but he's worth knowing.
We don't want anybody to know. We want to keep him.
Keep him a secret so he works for us.
Nobody else gets to work with Flavio.
Yeah, we're fully funded, and we've unlocked 3 stretch goals already. I just looked. We're less than $100 away from unlocking that 4th stretch goal of the
2654 is what we're at right now. Fantastic. Oh wow, we've gotten, since the last live show, we've gotten 3 new backers. Fantastic.
Nice.
So yeah, so check out Dragonfly if you haven't already. We really appreciate it. If you can, share it. Got about 12 hours left. Hit the subscribe button for Rage of Razor, please. Hit the like button on the video if you like this. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down, because you know what? It doesn't matter. Although it does matter, because if people say, oh, it's got 1,000 thumbs downs, and that's no good. But anyway, I digress. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we will see you sometime with another video.
Good night.
All right? Good night.
Yes.